All right, good. So we have the intake. Let's see what we've got. Tack welded map logo. Looks pretty good. Welds pretty smooth. No ripples. Coupling with solid gold tightening nuts.
Solid gold, right?
For recirculating air, bypass hose blockage, filter. Nice. This is like probably 6 inches by 8 inches wide. Nice big filter. And heat shield. Also tack welded on. All right, and then here we have the downpipe. I did get a high flow catted downpipe. And they also do a fully divorced inlet, which should help build boost pressure. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we have to remove the top mount intercooler. And that's gonna require this bolt right here. We've got the fuel rail, this bolt. We're gonna take off the recirculating blow-off valve, which doesn't actually blow off because it recirculates, so it's a BPV, which is a bypass valve. This bolt right here, in order to give us more space, we're probably gonna take off this entire bracket, the 2 clamps on the throttle body connecting hose, and then we'll also have to take off this clamp down here, which connects to the turbo inlet. Push it forward and get the throttle body coupling off. So now that we have the intercooler out, we do want to make sure that we block the hold of the throttle body. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the intercooler support bracket just because it's kind of in the way. All right, so for the intake, all we have to do is remove these 2 clips. Once you remove these, this just pulls out. You will notice Subaru actually has these 2 bolts painted. I think it's so that they can tell if you screw them off. But we're going to use 10mm on these 2. This one, undo the MAF sensor and then pull the front part out with the filter. Should just, oh, there's another 10mm right down there. See that guy? Next, we're gonna pull these hoses off, get them out of the way. We are gonna be removing this 8mm clamp, this 8mm clamp. So next we're going to remove the MAF sensor from the OEM air box. Then we're going to remove this. So after the intake's fully out, you're actually going to put this bracket back on. Once you get that tightened up, you're going to remove this crown bolt down here that has a ground wire to the chassis. You actually have to remove the bolt so that you can put this over ground wire and then the other piece. And then once you get that crown bolt, the ground in, you're going to take the supply 10mm bolt and you're going to put it right down here. All right, so make sure these clamps are loose. Go ahead and slide this puppy on. Now we're not going to actually tighten anything just yet until we get the whole thing into place, including this bracket. Otherwise, it'll be a real pain to straighten everything out. We don't need that bag. Nice catch, Jay. So now we're going to take the clamp and then put it back on. Right, so now we're gonna put the filter on. There's an 8mm. And before I go crazy tight, I just want to see that it's she ain't going nowhere.
And continue.
And we're gonna slip it in here. Now we can start tightening stuff up. So everything's on properly. First, tighten this side and make sure it's nice and straight. That's good. All right, that looks good, just like that. All right, good. Last but not least, map sensor. The map sensor goes in facing the same way it was previously. You do not want to put it in backwards because these will still line up. So the sensor is always going to be facing the front of the car. In the engine bay. Boost pressure. Boost pressure.
You'll see the difference now. If we change it, you'll know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. And if we should separate,